So, what's up, guys? As it turns out, I'm not dead. So, first of all, I want to say what's up, guys. I have some news regarding my YouTube channel. I know I haven't been too active. It's because I've been really busy with work and school. But there's a recent development in all of that news. As of recently, I wound up actually leaving my job. I'll probably eventually get into stories about that later, but right now I'm just going to start off with one or two stories from that. But before that, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of, updates and stuff. I'm going to actually have time in a semi-professional recording studio at my school because I have various friends that can get me in with about an hour of recording time. So if there's any suggestions you guys have, please link them down to me down in the comments so I can actually do all that stuff. I actually want to do more voice work. I want to do more recordings, more streams, more editing. Editing's going to take me a little while because I need to get a new computer before I can do that, but that requires me finding a new job or some source of income. But I'm going to try to do it all for you guys because I very much so enjoy doing YouTube. Just I haven't had the time for it. Now, that's out of the way. Now I can actually talk to you guys about my reasoning for leaving. I left my job recently, and I just wanted to tell you guys a few funny stories from when I was at my job. So we're gonna start off with the first one. This is we're gonna start off with two stories that followed me from my job that people like to make fun of me about. Is how I made two people quit. Because apparently I was involved with people who wound up quitting the following shift or that shift, but I didn't directly make them quit, possibly. I don't know, you guys be the judge of these stories. So, essentially, first story. I used to work at a movie theater, for reference for those of you guys who don't know. I didn't have a break that day, so what I decided to do was slip into the break room for a little bit in order to eat something, because I was very hungry and I was closing, so I would have been there until very late in the night. So I go into the break room. Turns out that two of my friends who work with me are there, and one of them bought chicken tenders he wasn't going to finish. So he gives me the chicken tenders, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself, awesome, I got some free chicken tendies. What could possibly go wrong right now? What ends up happening is this new guy who already doesn't like me because I told him to change the garbage, and I was the senior person on the shift that night. Well, one of the senior people on that shift that night, and I was already leaving the theater after cleaning it, so I'm like, hey, change the garbage, I'm going to the next one. Apparently he talked shit behind my back afterwards, but it's not important to the story right now. He winds up running into the break room even though he's on door, and when you're on door, that's essentially ripping tickets, and you tell people where to go, you know. And when you're there, you're not supposed to leave there or go to the break room. You can leave to go to the bathroom, you know. It's not like you're stuck in a prison camp like Auschwitz or something. And there goes my demonetization if I had any. So what ends up happening is he goes into the break room, and he sees me sitting there eating one of my tenders between theaters. And my friend who's standing there, I'm just going to call him F right now, he's sitting there in the room with me, and so is someone who used to be my friend N. What ends up happening is this guy winds up going in there and says, let me get a chicken tender. I don't know him. Even if I did know him, I still would have said no to him. But then he keeps on prodding. He's like, let me get a chicken tender. I'm like, no. He's like, why are you being such an asshole? I said, because it's not your food. It's my food. He then proceeds to keep on asking me for the chicken tender. I'm like, bro, back up. No, it's not your tender. It's my chicken tender. So eventually things escalate, and he starts saying, all right, bro, suck my dick. Now, I'm someone who very much so believes in the principle of respect me, I respect you. So I get very angry, and I stand up, and I say, alright, fuck you say to me. So after this happens, we go on back and forth and continue to argue. And I proceed to get very angry and stand up to the point where I'm ready to punch this man in the face. See, my friend F notices this and tries to stand up, so if anything does happen, he can pull me off quick enough. Later on, I wound up telling a supervisor who tells a manager who tells the general manager, the guy that's the head of the company, well, not company, my personal movie theater when I worked at. And what's happening is apparently earlier in the same week, he had an issue where he stuck his head into an employee's car when they were in the parking lot leaving for work. Which, I don't know if you've ever had a job or any common decency is a huge no-no for most places. And that's fairly not cool and something that has to kind of be taken notice of. So due to this, the guy winds up coming in to pick up his check the next day, because this happened on a Thursday night, I want to say, because we usually get paid on Fridays, like I said. Well, at most jobs, not like I said. And he comes in, and everyone's like, oh, why are you in your regular clothes? He's like, well, you know, I kind of just got fired. So everyone kind of tokens me with having him lose his job, and I kind of, you know, don't feel that that was my fault. Now, the second one, you can say it's my fault. So, for the second story, this is actually 2 days before I left my job. So it's kind of funny. If this guy would have started his job a day or two later than he did, he would have had no problems. Alright, so what's happening is I get put into a supervisor position for the night. And because I get put in the supervisor position for the night, I am in charge of everybody, and there's relatively new people. It's only me, one other experienced usher for the night. So I'm talking to the new guy, and you know, he keeps on talking to me and everything, going through the night just fine. And at one point, they have me and one of my good friends clean out freezers. So after we finish cleaning out the freezers, I go to a theater, and the more experienced usher looks at me and says, "Where's this new guy? I haven't seen him all night long." I'm like, okay. He's missed 3 theaters. So I go speak to a manager. Managers are like, yeah, no, if he misses another theater, send him home. So I'm like, okay, we'll do. Eventually he gets to a theater, gets back on track, but later on in the night, he disappears to the bathroom for like 20 minutes. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, where the fuck is this guy? What ends up happening is, like I said, he was just in the bathroom for 20 minutes, gets back, and starts cleaning things that don't need to be cleaned. So I'm like, hey, come back here, I need you to clean here. Clean behind concession, you know, where you get your popcorn and stuff. That's what we clean at the end of the night. And then we get to go home, luckily, if we finish early enough. So after he cleaned, he starts to put ice in the bin, doesn't finish it. He winds up going back to the bathroom 15 minutes in his shift left. So me being the type of person I am, I take notice of it. I'm like, watch, he's going to be going for the next 15 minutes. And he hears me. So he comes back over to the counter and goes and starts cussing me out and yells at me, "So you got a problem with me going to the bathroom?" I said, "No, I have a problem with you leaving to go to the bathroom again after you just got back from the bathroom. You just went to the bathroom for 20 minutes, did nothing, and went back to the bathroom." He's like, "Oh, well, I only went to the bathroom for 10 minutes and came back out." I'm like, so proving my point. And then afterwards, I told him, if you're going to go to the bathroom, just go. So I'm telling him, if you're going to go to the bathroom. Whatever. He eventually gets even more angry, to the point where he starts cussing me out and says, "Well, you're not in charge of me, you're not my boss, you're not a supervisor or anything." And then my other employees who are around me, or coworkers who are around me, say, "Yeah, he is. He's a supervisor for the night. So you have to listen to him. His orders go." And then he starts cussing me out, saying he doesn't like the attitude that I have. And you can ask anyone that knows me in this world, the attitude I have at work, outside of work, in a PlayStation party, not as much when I'm recording. When I'm recording, I try to sound a little more jolly than I actually am. I talk to everyone the same, so no one can say that I treat them differently or act like they're anything different than they are. I treat everyone the same, pretty much. And afterwards, he keeps on cussing me out, and he wants fucking quitting his job right then and there. And the funny thing behind all of this is he actually was in the military, and he had a problem with me giving him orders in order to, sorry about that, I burped. He had an issue with me giving him orders, and not even anything hard. I just told him, go to the next theater, clean this way, because he was brand new. And the shift before that, apparently he had an issue working with younger female employees, which I don't understand what the issue is with that. It just kind of confuses me and comes off as very unsettling and off-putting to me. So essentially, these are a few of the funny stories, well, 2 of the stories of how many people from my job quit, even though I had nothing to directly do with that. So yeah, those are 2 of those stories. If you guys want to hear more of the stories about work stuff, just let me know in the comments, or I'll just do them randomly from when I used to work at a movie theater I did. And I want to take this little bit of time I have left to pretty much address everything else with my channel. I'm going to try to record more, I'm going to try to edit more, I'm going to try to use a computer at school more often to edit, because I use my PlayStation to edit. I don't know if a lot of you guys know that, but it should be pretty obvious in the way I do things. and I try to do my best to put out content for you guys, and I really do enjoy doing this, and I'm gonna try to do it more often now that I have more free time. So I really hope that you guys can support me and, you know, keep on watching my videos. Those of you guys who do, keep up to date with everything. I really want to try to upload more, like I said. So I want to thank everyone who's stuck out with me and watched all my videos and actually comes back to watch my videos after my little hiatuses. And yeah, also check out my Twitch. I do stream over there occasionally when I don't feel like recording and editing. So thank all you guys. Like I said, I appreciate you guys very much. So I wish you guys the best of luck. Please subscribe, like, all that fun stuff, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.